Hey guys, Chris here with HMB here in the office. Going to do a quick live Facebook video. There's a topic that I've been meaning to jump on and discuss. So I made a few notes and we are going to get rolling with that now. It's something that's come up a few times recently. And Jason and I have talked about this. My friend Dave and I have mentioned this concept a few times recently. Here's the idea. In order to make your business improve, you have to improve yourself. Now, the common misconception, the mistake that people make is they think that, okay, I'm just going to come in and work my job every day, work my business, and over time it's going to become awesome. And that's not the way it works. The way it really works is that your business is an extension of you. It's going to become whatever you are. However good you can make yourself, is what your business can become over time. Now, here's what we want to avoid at all costs is to make sure that we are not the same business person and that we don't have the same business stuff going on, the same company in 5 years, in 10 years, in 15, because it happens. It totally happens. Here's one example. Before Jason and I started HMB, I worked for a bank. Great job out of college. Learned a lot of good basic business and real estate and finance stuff. It wasn't the end of the road for me. It wasn't where I was going to end up. I knew that there are many other things in business that I wanted to do beyond that. But it was a good place to start. And I have friends there and I'll go check in periodically, people I'm still friends with many years later. And every time I go there, it kind of seems the same. Nothing much has really changed. People are pretty static. Their businesses have stayed the same. The office even looks like it used to. And that's what we want to avoid. If you fast forward 5 years, if you fast forward 10 years, you should be 5 or 10 years better, not just older, right? So, okay. Now, there's definitely people that you see. You might follow people like Ramit Sethi or Russell Brunson, Tim Ferriss, Gary Vee, a lot of the popular influencers in business and in media. And if you pay attention, these guys are not the same, even month to month, quarter to quarter, this year to next. They're better. They have more skill sets. They're talking about different stuff. Like granted, they're the top of the food chain, but they're evolving so fast that it's crazy and it's hard to keep up. Okay, so let's talk about different ways that you can learn and improve yourself over time. The easiest way is to read or listen to audiobooks and make this part of your day or your week. And there's different ways to keep yourself accountable for it. For productivity type stuff, like to use a checklist. Pretty simple. People have all different kinds of ways to do it, to hold themselves accountable and to make sure they do it. Podcasts are another great one nowadays. There's some really, really good business podcasts. And instead of just driving to work, listening to hip hop like I might often do, I'll listen to something more productive that over time is going to level up my own game. You can go to the next level of learning and evolving by hiring a business coach. Jason and I have done that for sure. Worked with a business coach for years. Consultants, we've done that as well. Joining a mastermind group of people in your industry or other, like-minded professionals in other industries, business owners and such. That's the, top level. You're talking about spending good money and really making a commitment to it. But you'll find that the people that you associate with in a group like that they're all about self-improvement and evolution and allowing their business to grow behind them, because that's how it really works. It's not the other way around. Then the next step in this, if you do keep, being a good example, leading by example, doing this yourself, is teaching the same thing to your team. Maybe you can pass that along. Earlier at a meeting, we were talking about the idea of paying it forward and how our companies strive to do that for our clients, for our investors, whatever, and for the staff as well. Like if we can take some of the stuff that we're learning, that we are becoming able to do, and pass it along to our people, I think that's the top level. I think it's the top level when you can really be a positive influence in the life of your team. And that's a great way to do it. So to recap, going backwards, it's funny. Sometimes I'll run into people from college or from high school that will say things like, oh yeah, I had no idea that you had the ability to do X in business, because they'll see that like we're doing this company or that company. Well, that's because when I was 20 and when I knew you, I couldn't do that, right? I mean, I was 20 years old. It's not like you become an adult or a young adult and you're just totally static. And the people who have it, and the people who don't. It's not the way it works. You're growing and evolving and learning and becoming better because you want to be a better business person when you're, 35, 40, 45, 50, not the same. And if you think about it, I'm sure you can pick out some people in your mind that you've done business with or do now that have been that same business person all along the way. That's what we want to avoid. Hope you got something from this. If you don't mind, tell me something that you do to try to make yourself even better, and maybe some kind of result that you've had from doing that, because that is the only way to grow. It's not like your business is just going to take off and become amazing and you're going to be the same. Not the way it works. Hope you got something from it. See you guys next time.